What if I told you you could get a speedrunning world record in Lethal Company in less than 1 minute? Not only can you do it once, you can complete death percent in over 10 different ways. Let's deep dive into 8 of those sub 1 minute speedruns of Lethal Company that you can do today. Ow, I have a hangnail. Our first run is as simple as it gets. Death percent with gravity held by Fallen Turtle at 2.72 seconds. To complete this run, Fallen Turtle performs a ship clip, which is essential to many Lethal Company speedruns. To begin, the terminal is grabbed and placed in an easily grabbable position against the ship wall. Next, a new seed is generated by flipping the lever and the run begins. Fallen Turtle then grabs the terminal while the seed is loading in order to quickly place it again once the world is loaded in. Once our character is looking at a diagonal angle, the terminal is placed and pushes us out of the ship to our immediate death. Time ends when our character hits the ground and dies.
Let's go.
Our second run is special because it takes my breath away. Sorry. This is suffocation percent, and the record is again held by Fallen Turtle at 7.73 seconds. Similar to the last run, Fallen Turtle will utilize the ship clip to escape instantly. However, this run has a key difference: quicksand. In order to suffocate in Lethal Company, the world must have rain and we must die to quicksand as quickly as possible. You can also complete this run via Haunted Mask Possession or Snare Flea. Now the next run's world record is held by Aberrant at 36.15 seconds, and it's a bit of a silly one. I guess you could say it's often forgotten about. This is abandoned percent, and you do exactly what you would expect. Absolutely nothing. Have you ever launched your ship and thought about hopping off at the very last second? Well, that's exactly what this speedrun is all about. Aberrant will wait for the ship to land, relaunch the ship, and, you guessed it, jump off and get left behind. Once you're off the ship, that's it. The run will end when the camera pans back to the ship. Our next run is strangulation percent, which is held again by Fallen Turtle at 55.47 seconds. Similar to our first run, this speedrun utilizes the terminal and ship clip to quickly get to the ground. After Fallen Turtle hits the ground, we beeline to the door of the building to find a very particular enemy, the Bracken. Similar to those of us with anxiety, prolonged eye contact will kill us almost immediately. Once we find the Bracken inside, Fallen Turtle will chase it down until its kill trigger happens and we complete the run. Now it's time to rip and tear into our next run, Mauling Percent by Aberrant at 35.78 seconds. Similar to Strangulation Percent, Aberrant will immediately kick off the run by pulling on the lever and jumping out of the ship. Aberrant is looking for one of the following enemies on screen to show up quickly inside of the building upon entry. Luckily, when entering, an eyeless dog is found immediately on his left. While staying close in proximity to the dogs, Aberrant will get attacked as much as possible until getting Darth Mauled and the run is finished. Electrocution percent is our most shocking run, if you're catching my drift. The current world record holder of this run is Aberrant at 8.1 seconds and requires circuit bees or lightning to complete. The start of the run begins when the lever is pulled and the normal setup of the ship clip is completed. Once Aberrant is outside of the ship, his goal is to find a beehive as quickly as possible. Unbelievably, he finds one instantly upon hitting the ground and dies via electrocution from the zaps. Time to shoot right into our next run with gunshots percent with world record holder Scooty at 9.95 seconds. The start of the run begins when the lever is pulled and the normal setup of ship clip is completed. Once Scooty is outside of the ship, his goal is to get inside of the building as fast as possible to find a turret. Scooty enters the building and luckily finds a gun that immediately kills him. This run can also be completed with a gunshot death caused from a nutcracker. Our final and most complicated run is Crushed Percent by Aberrant in 1 minute and 6.32 seconds. Okay, I lied. They're not all under 1 minute, okay? This one's 6 seconds over. Deal with it. This run is the only record where we will be landing twice to get an Eclipsed Weather type. The Eclipsed Weather type cannot occur on our first landing, and the enemy that we require, the Forest Giant, only spawns in Eclipsed Weather. On 56 Val, Forest Giants have a 65.36 occurrence chance, which is the highest combination possible. Aberrant's goal is to load into his second world, ship clip to the ground, and immediately find a Forest Giant. And with the Forest Giant luckily spawning immediately below the ship, Aberrant gets crushed to death and just barely squeezes world record. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to follow on Twitch and hit that like button down below. Peace.